now. And we'll have this, if you can't stay for the whole time with us, we're going to have this up on our YouTube page, and we'll share it through Facebook. And with any follow-up emails that Casey or the team will be sending out, we can add the link there for you as well. So we know some folks are having trouble with the post office this time of year, but you can still take part in the workshop through YouTube or just remembering what you learned tonight. So with that, thanks so much for joining us. I hope everyone has a great time tonight, and we'll turn it over to Dianne Sault. Miigwech.
Hi, everybody. I hope you got everything in your kits. And as I'm very stingy of my patterns, but because it's Christmas, I sent you all a pattern. Merry Christmas. No, well, I guess we can start with the mitt first, just to kind of warm up. You'll need for now, you'll just need the mitt, your needle, and your sinew. And maybe cut your sinew and fold it in half and just cut it in half so you'll have enough. We only need a single strand of sinew, and just thread your needle. And put a knot in the other end, just a small one. Can't even knot it. Actually, maybe you better put a double knot so it doesn't slip.
Not sure, Sean, if you're there. It sounds like we have some background noise from one of the screens. So I'm not sure if you're
I think it's Kim's house.
Again.
I thought I was muted, and then I looked down. I'm not. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. You're forgiven.
If you want, you can use your one of your pieces of your moccasin pattern to shove your needle through, because it might make it a little bit easier. But what we'll do is take your one side of your mitt and put your needle through at the very top and pull your sinew all the way through. And then you match your patterns up, both sides, wrong side together, right side out. And we're just gonna whip stitch all around the edge of it. I like to keep my stitches close together so none of the stuffing pops out.
How's it going?
Just make sure you keep your pattern lined up because it can go wonky on you when you're sewing.
What are we sewing?
The edge of the mitt, just whip stitch all the way around to the other corner at the top.
The leather?
Yep. And my stitches are all different sizes. This is what I have so far. I don't know if you can see it or not. Do we have a mitten and a moccasin on the tree? Once you get the hang of making these, I put beadwork on them, usually on the middle of the mitten and around the edge. Here's the screen froze. Here's a boot ornament that Casey made, this one. She put beadwork on it, and this is one of our tree ornaments.
Wanted on the record that I made that when I was a kid. I'm much better at beading now.
Here's the other one. But I usually put beadwork all across the front for Lacey. If your pattern starts to not match up, like mine is going a little bit off, you can just match it up and try and hold it with your finger while you're sewing.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
I get 2 packs of gold miles. I'll get a layer smooth regular. And 2 bottom max for encore. And pump number 4.
137.
Thank you very much.
Honey, everyone, it sounds like we just have a little bit of background noise. So if you could take a second just to look at your microphone and make sure that you're muted. Go ahead.
Cora, can you mute your microphone, please?
I'll just do it now.
When you get to the other corner, right at the top, go through your last stitch twice just so it holds while you're stuffing it. And everybody can let me know when they're either at the corner or close to the corner, and we can stuff the mitten.
Do you have to leave a tail or anything after you knot it when you're done? No, just cut it short.
These cotton balls are tiny. You'll need, I think I sent 6 cotton balls. You'll need 3 for the inside of the mitten, 1 to put around the top edge, and you'll need the other 2 for your moccasin. I just pulled my cotton balls apart just so they'll be a little bit more fluffier. So is everybody ready for Christmas? All done shopping and wrapping?
Yeah.
Honey, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you put your knot on the inside or leave it on the outside?
On the inside.
Okay.
And I cut my tail up. I had a little bit of a tail. You could either cut it off or stuff it in when you put your stuffing.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody done or almost to the corner?
No, two
You might-
stitches in, I got stabbed myself and I got blood all over it now. So I'm stabbed.
You might want to get a pen or a pencil or something, because it's easier when you put your stuffing in your mitten to shove it down with the pen, or use your finger. But okay, I'm gonna put my stuffing in. I pulled my cotton balls apart a little bit, and then I just opened the top of the mitt, and I'm just stuffing it in. And it's not cooperating. I'm just pushing it down to the bottom of the mitt.
How
with,
many are we stuffing into the mitten?
Pardon?
How many cotton balls are we stuffing in?
About 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When you get to the top half of stuffing it, use your finger or your pen and push some of the stuffing into the thumb part. You can also use paper towels if you want the mitten a little bit fuller. Okay, I got mine all stuffed. Then when you get it stuffed, you just whip stitch the top to close it. So quiet.
Okay, got it all stuffed. And how do we finish it?
You just whip stitch the top closed. It's hard to
Okay.
see this white leather.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm just gonna knot it at the end and put 2 knots in it. The cotton ball on the outside for the fur will cover your knot up. It's not better, is it? Is everybody pretty much finished? To put the fur on, you'll need your glue. Okay, you can take one of your cotton balls and stretch it out so it is the same size as the top of your mitten. And then you can you can fold it over so it's on both sides. I shouldn't have used white, it's hard to see. So you just put glue around the top edge of your mitten on both sides. I would put glue as wide as the cotton ball will be. Then you take your cotton ball. And then just hold it until it sticks a little. You can trim it up on the end if you want. Mine's a little longer. I'm just gonna snip it off a little bit. I don't know if you can you see that? And then I sent, I think, stickers and another decoration. It depends on, I sent a decoration for the vamp on your moccasin. And then I sent for your mitten and for the inside of the moccasin. So I'm gonna use a sticker and just put it on my mitten. Then I'll flip it over and put one on the other side. So you have Can everybody see that, or is it too hard to see?
I can see it.
And I poked a hole in your mitten for you to put a string or ribbon. I didn't poke a hole in mine, so I'm just gonna use my sinew. And I will just push it right through. And however long you want it. Cut it off, and I'm putting a slip knot in mine. I got cotton balls glued to my finger. I can't knot mine. And you have a decoration. I suppose I could, yes. While everybody's finishing their mitten, I'll bead around the edge of the mitten. I had to put this in here.
We didn't send beading supplies in everyone's kits, but she's going to show you that if you want to add a little something more to your mitten, she'll just show you an easy technique to bead around the edge of your decoration. Here's some thread. What color do you want?
Doesn't
There's
matter.
frosted blue, purple. Well, what's kind of like Christmassy? This like frosted blue. That would look nice. Or there's this one.
I'll use this one. Do you have a needle?
What kind do you want? A beading needle, or do you want a
Mm-mm.
a leather needle?
Beading needle.
One of these long ones, or do you want a shorter one?
Short one.
This one with the golden eye, that's a beading needle. Right?
Everybody okay so far?
Yeah, that blue is still nice. You want to use one of these? Put your beads in.
I could just use what colors you already have out.
Oh, it's fine. I'll get you You want some wax? Are you sure?
No. So when I bead around my mitten, I don't sew it together first. I just bead it.
Does this technique that you're doing have a name, or just beading?
I'm just doing the edging. 3 beads. You start with 3 beads.
You start with 3 beads, and then what did you do? You took 2 more.
Then you add 2, and you always got the cotton ball stuck in it. You always have 1 bead on top. So 2 beads go through beside the last one you put on.
Is this a whip stitch style stitch that you're doing around the edge as well?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it looks so far.
Can you possibly put it a little closer to the camera so I could see how that beading went through?
So can you see it?
Yeah, a little more to the side. There we go.
So I
Okay,
just put it through at the top, through both pieces,
Yeah.
pull it tight. I'm getting all knotted up, too many strings. Pull it tight. It's not cooperating.
Okay, I get the gist though. Thank you.
Up there.
There
No.
we go.
And then you go up through your last bead
Mm-hmm.
from the bottom to the top.
Okay.
And then pull it.
Perfect. Thank you. Very nice. Good.
I usually put one color all along the bottom and a different color at the top. So you just add 2 more.
Casey, I think I made my mitt too big.
The mitten. Oh, did you try to make your pattern so you could participate?
No, I was making a pair of mitts while you guys were doing this, watching this. See it?
Oh. 1 second. Let me see if I can see your video. Where are you? Oh, I see it. It looks nice. Did you just make your pattern yourself, or did you do you use a pattern from
I
someone
use
else?
a pattern.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're so time consuming, eh? Like I made one that I posted on Facebook, and then I haven't touched the second one. I still
yeah.
have to make it. That's what I said. But yours look nice. I like them.
I say I'm gonna hold it up and say to Casey, something went wrong. I made it wrong.
Your giant mitten. I like just hang it on the tree anyways, darling. Even though it's oversized.
It took up half the tree.
Yeah. Tree's just leaning over.
So is everybody almost finished?
I hope everyone's been following our Facebook page and entering your name for the 12-day Christmas giveaway. If not, please do so. Just go to our Facebook page and keep entering your name every day.
I have. How much more time do you think you will need to finish your mitt before we move on?
We're okay to
Our
move
mitts
on.
here. I'm good to go too.
I can go ahead too.
Okay. So that's what I have so far for the edging for the mitten. Okay, if everybody's ready, we can move on to the moccasin. We'll start with the bottom part, and you'll need your sinew and a needle. You should have enough sinew from what's left from your mitten. This is all I'm using. We're sewing the heel up first. Now to do the heel on the moccasin, you put your holes side by side. You don't overlap them. Take your sinew and go through your first hole. You don't have to knot it. Leave a little bit of a tail to knot it at the end. Match it up and go through your first hole on the other side. Go through your first holes probably at least twice just to anchor it. And then match up your second hole and go through that one twice. Third hole twice. And then your fourth hole twice. Your fourth hole is a lot further apart. I'll give everybody a little bit to get to that part. Okay, you'll see you still have 4 more holes and it's puckered together. So with your sinew coming out of the 4th hole, go through your 2 bottom holes. Then you pull your sinew through and go back through your 2 holes again, the 2 bottom ones. So you're going through these 2 and then your bottom 4, bottom 4th one. And then you pull it tight. I would go through again, both of them. So everybody got it? Can you see it? And now you go through your 3rd hole down. So you got 1, 2, 3. And pull your sinew through. Then go through your top 2 holes on the heel. Pull it through and pull it tight and go through your 3rd holes again. Pull it tight. And then go through your hole again so your needle is on the inside of your moccasin. Whoop. Casey, I'm messing up again. I can't find my spot.
Okay,
Then
so
just
should it be, sorry, should it be on the inside on the third hole, or are we going all the way back up?
we're going all the way back up, and then when you get to the top, the tail that you left, you'll tie a knot.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm back at the top now. Now turn my moccasin inside out and tie a knot with the tail that we left. Then you can cut it a little short. What I do is I usually take a lighter and burn these tails off. But you got to make sure you put it out before it burns your knot right off.
So this should have been done inside out.
No, it's we just started on the inside. with
So the good
tail.
leather is on the outside, or?
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
I thought I did mine backwards.
oh, no. I can't find my spot. I keep losing it. So this is the outside. Your inside will probably have markings on the edge and maybe a number on the bottom. The next part we do, we will sew on the vent.
Hi, could you please repeat that step from when you do the first three and then you're at the heel?
You mean right from the top or just the heel part?
From the heel, please.
Okay, so you'll be at your fourth hole, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you go through, you'll have 4 holes in your heel part. You go through the 2 bottom holes twice, the 4th and the 2 bottom. And then you come up through the 3rd hole, and the 2 holes that are left, you'll go through those 2. Oh, you can't see my hand, can you? Casey, help me, please. I can't find my spot.
Where are you?
It gets too far away though, and they can't see.
Okay. Well, stop moving there. There. Is that good?
Yeah. Okay, can you see it? I don't know if I explained to you or not. Did you want me to tell you again? Because I lost my spot, so.
Yes, please.
Okay, so you go to 1, 2, 3, 4th hole. Then you have 4 holes in your heel. You have 2 inside holes and 2 outside holes. You go through the 2 outside holes, back into your 4th holes and go through them twice. Then you come up through your 3rd hole and go through your 2 inside holes and go through those twice. Did that help?
Got your anchors coming up.
Sorry, it's the two inside or the two outside first?
The two outside first.
Do you want another? I think I have an extra pattern. Did you want another one to show them again?
Do you need me to show you again? The whole thing, or?
I think I have it. Thank you.
Okay. You can't hear it, can you? You should have told me. Sorry if I was crunching in everybody's ear. To sew the vamp on, I'm putting a new piece of sinew on. I'll give it a few more minutes before I move on to the vamp. Is everybody good to go? We're good to go. Okay, so you'll see on your moccasin the dip in the pattern. You start on your first hole. We'll leave a tail, but this time we have to tie a knot before we move on. Put your vamp on and go through the first hole. We'll do this twice. Then you go through the first hole, just through your vamp, and tie a knot on the inside. I would do a double knot. And then go back through your first hole on the bottom of the moccasin. Okay, now you go to your second hole through the vamp and then through the bottom. And I like to pucker it and hold the pucker while I'm sewing it. I don't know if you can see it or not. And I go through the hole twice. The second time I put the thread on the other side of the pucker so it anchors the, I think it looks nicer. See how it's, then you go through the third hole of the vamp, then through the bottom and pucker it with your finger. Hold it and pull it through. And then put your sinew on the other side of the pucker and go through your third hole again. And pull it tight. I don't know, can you see this so far? So moving on to the fourth hole. Pucker it. Pull tight. Put your sinew on the other side of the pucker. Go through the fourth hole again. And pull tight. You go through all 10 holes the same way. Go through, pucker, pull tight. Put the sinew on the other side of the pucker and pull tight. Go through the next hole. I always hold the pucker with my finger even when I make the big moccasins because I think it's easier. Pull tight. Put the sinew on the side of the pucker and pull tight. That's what I have so far. I'm just trying to find better lighting to see this. So you try and keep your sinew pulled tight. Go through the hole. Pucker it. Hold it with your fingers. And pull tight. Put your sinew on the other side of your pucker. Go through the hole again. And pull tight. Go through the hole. Pucker. Hold tight. Put the thread on the other side of the pucker. Go through the same hole and pull tight. When you get to your 10th hole, go through 2 or 3 times and then tie off on the inside, tie a knot. I don't know if you can see what mine looks like so far. This lighting is terrible. So I'm gonna go through the inside hole of the vamp on my last one and tie a knot inside. I would do 2 knots and then cut your sinew off. That's what we have so far. Does anybody have any questions or you're all good? We'll give it a few more minutes and then move on if everybody's pretty much caught up. The next step will be the collar. You can let me know when everybody's ready to move on. Everybody good so far?
Yes.
Good. We'll give it about 5 more minutes and then we'll move on. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, now we have our collar. This is the part that I usually bead. I fold it in half and I start beading here, this edging, and I go all the way around to the other side, and then I put tassels on it, and then I sew it on. So we need our sinew and needle again. Okay, in your first hole, go through the first hole with your needle and leave a little tail. And then take your collar, and the round part is the outside, the flat part is the inside. So you put the round part, the first hole, and you go through that with your sinew. You go in the second hole of the collar, and then the second hole of the moccasin. Ouch, I just stuck myself. And you'll tie a knot on the inside with the tail that you left. And then you go through the second hole on the inside part of the collar. And it will fold in half and your holes should match up. Then you go back through the first hole. It'll be the first hole of the inside of the collar, through the moccasin to the outside of the collar. And you pull your sinew through it and try and keep it a little tight but not puckered. And then you go back through the second hole of all three pieces. And your sinew will be on the inside. And you pull it tight. Then go through the third hole of all three. And pull it through. And then back through the second of all three. And you'll be on the inside of your moccasin again. So we're just going through every hole twice. Go back through the third. Pull it through and you'll be on the outside. Then go through the fourth of all three. Back through the third. And then through the fourth again. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, I'm going through the fifth. Of all three. Then back through the fourth. You just keep doing that until you get to the end. Okay, when you get to your last hole, go through the collar and the inside of the moccasin. So your sinew is underneath the inside of the collar. And just tie a knot inside and cut it off. And this is what we have so far. When you do these again, if you want to put beadwork on them, you have to do it before you put them together. Like I said before, I would bead around the edge of the collar, and I would bead the top of the vamp, and maybe put a little circle of beads on the toe of the vamp. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll wait a bit before I move on. I'm trying to keep an eye on Michelle and Mary so I can see when to move on. I know. So is everyone ready to move on, or you need a few more minutes? Okay. So the next part, we'll be putting sinew on the heel of your moccasin to hang it on the tree, or if you're making a keychain, this is where you would put leather in your key ring. But I count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So through the fourth hole on each side, I'll go from the inside to the outside with sinew, leave a tail, go. I lost the that to speak. There, sorry about that. And then go back in through, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I leave a bit of a loop. And tie it on the inside. And we have to hang it up. We cut our sinew off. You might want to leave a little bit of tail so your knot doesn't slip out. You could probably put glue on your knots too, so they don't come out. And then you stuff the rest of your cotton balls on the inside of the moccasin. Pull them apart a little bit and then just stuff them inside to make the toe look fuller. And then stuff it in the heel part so you'll have a place to put glue your decorations. And then this is where you can put I have a little cupcake sticker. I'm just going to put that on the toe part. I don't know if you can see it very good. And then I sent a little present. So you can put glue on the cotton ball or on the bottom of your present. And then stick it in, hold it on the cotton ball so it you can decorate it however you want. Like, I know I sent some of these, some balls in with some kits, and I don't know what I sent in with the others, but decorate the inside however you want to do it. I like to glue the vamp part to the present just so it stays in place. There's mine done.
Diane, these are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing everyone.
You're welcome. Thanks. I hope everybody takes it, and like you can do keychains with these. Some of the kids like the zipper pulls with the mittens, or you can hang them in your vehicles.
They're really, really cute. Thank you so much.
You
You're
can
welcome.
send them out to Kim for Christmas.
Thank you very much, Diane. Much appreciated. They are lovely.
Thank you.
You have a great
You're
evening.
welcome. You too.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Good
You're
night. Thank
welcome.
you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
everyone for coming.
Thank you, Diane.
We'll have the
You're
video
welcome.
up on YouTube shortly.
Thanks, Diane.
Thanks, everyone.